So I was driving home the other night, and the song "More Than Words" comes on the radio by Extreme, and I tried to start singing along, but I can't do it. Every time I do, I just start giggling, and the reason is because one of the places to hang out back in the day, when we were cruising for girls, was Fond du Lac Park. It's like nothing you could do in Oshkosh. You always had to go someplace else. You had to go to College Avenue in Appleton, or you could go to Fond du Lac Park. And a lot of my friends weren't of drinking age, so they couldn't go to the bars. So at that time, we would just we'd go to dry places. And so one night we get out of work early. We're gonna head to Fond du Lac Park. Fond du Lac Park, I believe, closes around dusk, so you got to get out of work early enough. And so we get on the phone and we get all the guys together, and we get Doug and his Kilimanjaro, and we head off to Fond du Lac Park. Now the Kilimanjaro is it's a '78 Chevy C20 Custom Deluxe pickup, and it's not like a traditional car that you would consider like a prestige vehicle to go cruising for girls in. But the one thing it did have is, the elevated platform was the perfect place on in the pickup, in the bed of the truck, for to get a good look at everything. And so that's it was a great place to go cruising for chicks. Typically, what happens in Fond du Lac Park is you either park and watch all the girls that go drive by and yell at them, or you're driving by. You're either cruising or you're parking. And so typically what we would do is we would be parking. And so we're sitting up in the bed, and someone pulls out this boombox and starts playing it. And he's playing More Than Words by Extreme. And suddenly we all start singing it. And so it kind of like becomes our thing for the night. And so we, hit stop. When we're done, we hit stop and rewind it to the beginning, start singing it. And so people start taking notice because we're the truck full of guys who are singing. So everybody's having a really good time, and I'm usually a pretty self-conscious guy, but things are really, I'm in a great place here. I'm with all my good friends. We're singing good tunes. The girls are paying attention, and so typically I'm pretty guarded guy, but I kind of was going with it, and then Doug catches me. So he catches me. I've got my eyes closed because I'm in a good mood, and I'm just singing along. And so Doug says, check out Rusty. He's in it, heart and soul. And so then I see that he catches me, and I'm sure I flush red. And for the rest of the cruise, I'm singing, but I got my eyes open. And that's kind of the thing that friends do all the time. They're looking for ways to get one up on you. And Vance was at the time, and so Vance got him back for me a couple years later. So Vance is attending UW Platteville, and it's the spring of '94, and Doug and I have yet to visit him. So he's gonna graduate. We're kind of duty bound. We've got to go visit him, and so we travel down there. I don't know what time we got there, but like any place, now everybody is of age, so it's like a given that we're going to be going out to the bars. So at that time of night, we all take our turns getting changed, and Doug comes out of the bathroom, and he looks good. He's all set up, and he looks good. But Vance won't let it stand. Doug looks like a little too good, and so he's got to take him down a notch. And he says, "Hey, you look nice. What are those, Garanimals?" And so if you remember, Garanimals were like a clothing line, a kid's clothing line. And what it was is, if they had these tags, these animal tags on it, and if you matched up if you matched the animals for the top with the animals for the bottom, you were assured of having a matching pair. And so you'd have a coordinated set of clothing to wear, like a big boy. So as Vance says this, the whole room loses it, and then now it's Doug's turn to turn red, and so he goes off to change, and duly humiliated. And so I guess the moral of the story is that good friends are like professional assholes. And to this day, I cannot listen to more than words without giggling like an idiot.